Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Bill.
And we are
The
Foodie
Foodie
Brothers. Today we're in Foodie Brothers' kitchen, and Bill's going to give us a demonstration on
How to make homemade fresh mozzarella.
So let's go ahead and get started. Ready?
First
Ready.
step is to get the mozzarella curd and to slice it into even slices and put it into a bowl. Next thing is you got to have a tea kettle of water boiling, and you want to get the water at approximately 165 degrees.
Where can you buy mozzarella curd, Bill?
Well, you can go to Corrado's in Clifton, Corrado's in Wayne. You can go to Restaurant Depot. Maybe even a couple delis in town may sell you some curd.
Okay, and what's the difference pretty much between curd and the final product?
Well, curd, cheese is made out of curds and whey, which is the liquid and the solid part, and this is the solid part of the cheese. And we are going to add some water, which is going to basically become the whey. And we'll show you the next step after this.
So what you're basically doing is you're cooking the curd.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Cut it up, and we'll do the next step.
Okay, while you're waiting for the water to boil, you want to get your salt brine solution ready for the finished product, because you're going to put the homemade mozz into a nice salty water so it gives it flavor. And what you need to do is take a good handful of salt.
Is that regular or is that kosher?
Regular kosher salt. It's kosher salt. And just fill it up with some tap water. And just give it a whisk until that salt gets incorporated in there. And you got yourself nice salt water for your finished mozzarella. Okay, the next step in the process is to pour the 165 degree water into the bowl with the curd all around the perimeter. You don't want to pour it directly on the cheese because you may scorch the cheese a little. So you pour it all around the rim until you basically cover it. And then you give it a little stir with your paddle. Get that hot water incorporated into the curd. And this is the first stage. We're going to be doing this a second time. So you do this one time, let it sit in here for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do the second time. I'm going to just pour off that first batch of water that we used, and then we're going to do it a second time. You don't have to pour it all off, you can leave a little bit.
I like that rowboat paddle you got there.
That's a serious paddle.
Oh my God.
That's a mozzarella making paddle. And you're going to pour it all around the second time until it's covered.
That's boiling water or near boiling?
No, it's 165 degrees. Now you can see in the second time you do it, it's starting to turn into mozzarella. And what you want to do is now take all those pieces that you chopped and put in here, and you want to kind of bring them all together and make one big mass.
So you gotta work it a little bit.
You got to work it.
Alright.
Now the next step is we're going to take the paddle and we're going to take the cheese out of the water,
Wow,
put it on the
stretch.
paddle, and start to stretch it and get all those bumps out of there. All those air pockets we're going to get out of there, and we're going to smooth it out and make it nice and shiny.
It's really starting to look like mozzarella now.
Yes, it is. After the second batch of water goes in, it really starts to turn. But you want to get all those lumps out of there. That's the idea using the paddle. You put the paddle up on your counter like that. It'll help you. And you just keep putting it back in the water, pulling out a new piece, and press.
You can really see why they call it string cheese, as it really starts stringing out there.
Well, actually the word mozzarella comes from the word mozzara, which means to tear. That's what the word actually means.
So you tearing the curd?
Tearing the curd, stretching the curd, mozzara.
Very good. That looks terrific.
Okay, the last step in the process, or almost the last step, we're going to get our hands in here. You might want to add a little bit of cold water just so that you can get your hands in there and work it a little bit because it is hot. And then you're going to get your hands in there and you're going to start basically stretching it a little bit.
Now you can't overwork the mozzarella, right?
Absolutely, you don't want to overwork it. The more you work it, the tougher it will be. Basically, all you want to do is stretch it once or twice.
So you just gotta kind of get a feel for where it's done. This
You're
comes
looking
through
for a
its
nice,
sphere.
shiny, smooth piece, almost like a baby's behind. That's how you want it to feel, believe it or not.
So we want baby behind mozzarella. There we
Baby
go.
behind.
Ah, there you go. Beautiful
See?
looking braid
Nice
right
and
there.
shiny.
Now you could twist it and put a nice braid into it. Is that what you would do before you put it in the cooling
Well, I'm
board?
not the best at putting the braid in it, but I make little balls, or I make little knots. I tie it into knots, twist them off and cut them and put them into the salted water.
All right.
Okay,
Cool.
now we're going to just make little ovalinis, which is basically oval-shaped mozzarella balls. You want to kind of just wrap your hands around it and pull, and you got yourself a little ovalini. Just tuck it under here, see? Pinch, pinch, pinch. Make it nice and smooth. And then we're going to put it right back into the salted water that we prepared before.
Cool. And then how long after that will it be ready to serve?
I would leave it in there a good 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then you're ready to go. Unless you want to serve it warm, it's absolutely delicious. Warm too.
All right. All right, so we'll say goodbye from the Foodie Brothers here at the Foodie Brother Kitchen. Take care.
See you all later. The most
Bye-bye now.
important
Part is tasting. So right now Bill's going to cut us a piece so we could sample of this delicious mozzarella.
And of course, the end piece is always the best.
It is, huh?
I'll let you have the end
All
piece.
right, we'll have an end piece. You want to try it? Oh, melts in your mouth.
Need a little more salt though.
Oh, more salt? I'm good with that. Yeah? You know, you can't beat fresh mozzarella. It's just,
Make it yourself.
oh, delicious.
So much better. And it's easy. You saw how to do it.
Absolutely. Foodie Brothers. We'll see you.
Bye.